What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tyler Russels, and last week we did 15 shocking 2025 men's Royal Rumble surprises, and today we're gonna do 15 shocking 2025 women's WWE Royal Rumble surprises. But before we get into that video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and when this video is over, let me know what you think of my possible surprises in this Rumble. And if there's anybody you think that I didn't include that you would love to see on this list. And don't forget to check out my men's Royal Rumble 15 shocking surprises. I'll have it up here in the little clicky thing so you can go check it out. But let's get into this. Here are my 15 shocking 2025 WWE Royal Rumble surprises for the women. And we're going to start off with a pretty obvious one. Charlotte Flair is expected to return. Um, if she does wait till the Rumble, I'm assuming she's going to wait till the Rumble. But Charlotte is definitely, obviously, a very sought after and possible pick to win the Royal Rumble because a lot of people think she's going after Tiffany. But yeah, Charlotte is definitely returning at the Royal Rumble if she doesn't before then. But I think Charlotte's a lock for this one. Next up, Alexa Bliss. Miss Bliss has been gone way too long. Way too long. I mean, I think a lot of us thought she was going to be back in the fall, but they keep pushing her back. And finally, I think we have to see Alexa Bliss at the Women's Royal Rumble. If we don't, I think a lot of people are going to be upset. Um, but she definitely is one we can't wait for her to come back. Asuka. Asuka had a knee injury. I don't know if she's going to be ready to go or not by the Rumble, but Asuka is always someone who I think could pop up if she is. She definitely has been missed, and I can't wait to see her back in the ring soon, hopefully. The NXT Women's Champion, Julia, they had Roxanne Perez up there last year. I think it's pretty inevitable we'll get the NXT Women's Champion in the mix. She just won it recently from Roxanne Perez. So I think we're definitely going to see Julia making her debut in the Royal Rumble match on the 1st of February. Speaking of Roxanne Perez, I think she makes a return. We could see Roxanne Perez make a return to the Royal Rumble. I think it'll add to some of the storyline, having a few NXT women in there. And she is definitely a seasoned veteran who I think is going to be coming up to SmackDown or Raw very soon because she's pretty much done everything she can do down in NXT. And I don't see much more for her to do down there unless they start throwing some of this TNA feuds in, which, they announced the partnership for TNA and WWE earlier today. So who knows? We'll see. Cora Jade, another person who has been there for quite a while. She was obviously injured most of last year, but I think Cora is just right there with Roxanne Perez as far as getting a Raw or SmackDown call. So I could see them putting Cora Jade in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Um, I think she'd be a great addition. And there's so many women in WWE. I don't think a lot of these will happen, but they have a stacked enough roster. I think they could do a lot of this internally. But I also have from NXT, Sol Ruka. I think Sol Ruka is going to be the heir apparent to the Kofi Kingston / Naomi spot, doing the crazy handstand walk, doing the crazy jump or crazy move to stay from getting eliminated. I think she's the next heir apparent to that position in the Rumble. And I think seeing Soul would be a lot of fun if she were to come up and show off her talents with the rest of the main roster ladies and some of the NXT ladies, obviously. Lash Legend is another great addition. I'd love to see her there. She is one of the most powerful women in all of the WWE, and I think she's going to be a big star when she gets to Raw or SmackDown. She's already a star in NXT, and like I said, she can do a lot of things that other women can't do. And I think she'd be a lot of fun, especially bring her up against Nia Jax or Even Rhea Ripley, some of the bigger, more powerful women in the main roster would be a lot of fun to see her go at it with a bunch of them. Next up, Stephanie Vacour. I think Stephanie Vacour, just because of the splash she made in NXT and her appeal internationally, I think that would be a big thing for them to add her to this. Along with Julia, I mean, they have that history there too, and obviously they have their um, number one contender and champion thing going. So I think Stephanie would be an excellent addition. Definitely one of the best women's wrestlers on the planet. And I think if we had her in the Royal Rumble, it would do nothing but make it more appealing globally than it already is. Now we get into some of my TNA picks. I think we're definitely going to see Masha Slamovich. They have to bring in the Knockout Women's Champion. They did it last year with Jordan Grace. And I feel like Masha being on NXT is also a great sign that we will see Masha Slamovich, another of one of the most amazing wrestlers on the planet. I've seen her live multiple times in small indie shows. And I mean, she's one of my favorites. And I'd love to see what she can do in a WWE ring with some of the WWE talent and other NXT and TNA talent at the same time. But I think we're definitely going to see Masha. You can probably lock that one in. Another one I'd like to see is Gail Kim. You know, they announced this partnership with TNA. I think this would be a perfect time. Get Gail Kim back, get her in there, do her a little spot. I think the fans have been clamoring for her to come back forever. And I mean, she still looks amazing. It's in excellent condition last I saw her. And she's been in the ring recently. So I think Gail Kim would be an excellent addition to the Women's Royal Rumble. And the fans would pop like crazy if she came out. Jordan Grace, of course. Jordan Grace might be a member of the WWE at this point because her contract is supposedly up at the end of the month, and everybody's speculating she's jumping to WWE. So I think Jordan Grace makes her possible WWE, let's say, debut for WWE at the Royal Rumble. But yeah, I think Jordan's definitely coming back. She's been featured so many times on WWE NXT television. It'd be very dumb to not have her back because people know who she is by now. Mickie James, not only TNA legend, WWE legend. She wasn't in it last year, but the year before she was. And obviously, her husband is running SmackDown. I think the fans would be all about seeing Mickie come back, doing her thing, having a good time, and just bringing another kind of throwback into the ring that everybody will enjoy a lot. This is my surprise pick, one of my big surprise picks. And I doubt this happens, but every so often we get a celebrity in the Royal Rumble. And, you know, they've been talking Vanessa Hudgens over and over again. She's been at so many live events. I feel like if they're going to do it, she would be the perfect candidate um, to just come in and do something. It wouldn't even have to be anything crazy. Maybe she even does a comedy spot where she jumps over the rope. Kind of like Pat did last year, but I hope they don't because I hated that. But this is my out there pick. Definitely, Vanessa Hudgens would be definitely shocking to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people would be like, "Who the hell is she?" And then they figure out who it is once they obviously announce who she was. But Vanessa Hudgens definitely a surprise pick for me. And finally, I believe on my list, AJ Lee. Do I think it's going to happen? I've been speculating it's going to happen for years now. It just has never worked. Last we know, according to her husband CM Punk, she's doing other things and not wrestling wise. So I'd be surprised, but that would be the great thing about this, as long as it didn't get spoiled. The pop for her coming back um into the WWE ring to do the Royal Rumble would be probably one of the bigger pops we've had since probably Edge's return. Um, I think people will go nuts. It would just be absolutely crazy. because people have wanted her to come back and do something with the WWE since she left, honestly. And yeah, it'd be off the charts. It would probably break the internet too. People would be making videos talking about it for multiple days. And I just feel like AJ Lee, we love you and we want to see you back in the ring. And now with Phil back in the fold, CM Punk, I think there's that better possibility than there ever has been to see her come do something, even if it's small and minute, like the Royal Rumble. But that's perfect for her. She doesn't have to stay and get involved that way. Anywho, those are my 15 shocking 2025 women's WWE Royal Rumble surprises. Like I said, we'll probably only get a handful of them because for one, SmackDown and Raw alone and NXT are so stacked with the women's rosters right now. They have such amazing talent, and I don't see them bringing in a lot of crazy surprises or outside or former WWE talent. But if they do, those are some of the people I definitely think we will see. Um, but yeah, those I think the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay per view of the year, and I am excited to see what happens. And I love that we have a men's and a women's Royal Rumble now. And you can check out my men's picks up here. I made another video just for the men, but those are my women. What do you think? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. And like I've said, let me know in the comments below, who do you think I might have forgot? Who do you think might show up that obviously I forgot? I just said that. Uh, or who do you think shouldn't be on my list? Do you not like any of my picks? Or I guess who do you want to see in the Rumble? Just let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear from you guys. That's why I make these videos, and I enjoy sharing them with all of you. But if you also want to check out all my other social media, check me out at tylerwrestles.com. I'll put the link in the description down below. You can check out everything I got going on there. We do live watch-alongs on Twitch and YouTube. I post clips of the shows on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. I'm on, you name it, I'm on there. tylerwrestles.com. But anyways, hope you enjoyed my 15 shocking WWE Women's Royal Rumble surprises. Until next time, I'm Tyler Wrestles. Peace out.